Welcome to LOA Today. I'm Walt Thiessen here with Alex King. Today is Tuesday, June the 2nd, 2020, 4 p.m. New York time, and wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us for another episode of LOA Today, your daily dose of happy. And I gotta fix my little thing here because,
Hey, coming apart at the seams over there.
There we go. Now we're not going to feedback. That's good. We don't want feedback.
No, we don't want that.
Well, at least, not that kind of feedback. Other kind of feedback is good. But we were chatting before we got started today. First of all, our friend Daniel Mangena is dealing with noise pollution today. He has apparently some construction going on in the complex he's in down in beautiful Mexico, which is actually a lovely place to be this time. But today, it's not so nice with all the noise pollution. So we're going to send some high vibes this way, and hopefully they can get that construction done really, really quickly. And
They're still doing construction on my street, but luckily everything clears up at 4 o'clock.
See, you're really good at this. You put out the right vibe, and look what happened,
Yep.
So we're all learning. Dan's still experimenting, but that's okay. But anyway, with all the craziness that's been going on in the world, we decided before the podcast we need to kind of reverse the vibe. So that's what today's show is. Today's show is Reverse the Vibe. And basically it's going to be just another one of those wonderful rampage things. We're just going to rampage appreciations and things that are going good and so forth. And anyone who's tuned into the live stream, we invite you to share comments there. We'll bring you in as well. But it's kind of like we've got hit with a double whammy now because we've been dealing with this COVID thing. And now all of a sudden the George Floyd thing comes along. It's like boom, 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 So this is challenging times for those of us who like to get into that high vibe state and stay there.
These are troubling times in the kingdom.
They are, yeah. I mean, even unicorns have trouble during these times. By the way,
No, we don't.
Okay.
No, we don't. We turn off the news and mind our business. That's what we do.
Yeah.
No, I will have to say it does hit home, having, black male cousins, black male brothers,
sure,
and friends. It does hit home.
Of course, yeah.
And it even sparked up a conversation in our house because there are things that you go through as a child, being African American, that a lot of other races don't have to go through. Mm-hmm. And like for instance, we had the conversation about the talk at one point, and that conversation has to be had with not now just black men, but black women also. That conversation needs to be had at the age of 11, I believe, is the right amount of time.
And let's clarify I was one of the ones who did not know what the talk was.
Right.
Probably there are others who don't know what the talk is, so let's clarify what we're talking about.
So we're not talking about the birds and the bees, although that should happen around the same time too. We're talking about the conversation that black parents have to have with their black children about how to behave when you're confronted by a police officer. Mm-hmm. And with the things to do and the things to not do, to basically make sure that you get home safe, because you never know what the situation could arise.
Right. Yeah, and certainly we want people to be staying safe, so that's really important stuff. Mm-hmm. It's also, I don't want to get sucked down the path, but I find myself.
No, we won't get sucked down. We'll spiral back up. Don't worry.
It'll be like a
tornado. It'll be great.
But it's also challenging times, as you pointed out to me before the show, for those who also have people in their immediate circle who are in the police force. That's a challenging thing there. And I was sharing with you what we actually talked about yesterday on the show about the Flint, Michigan situation.
Yep.
And how, fortunately, there was actually some positive news coming out of this. In fact, it was very, very good news. It was feel-good news.
Yep. Gotta love that feel-good news.
When you have an alignment of high vibration feeling between the people who are doing the marching and the people who are helping to protect them, that's that's a good thing. So
that's how it should be. This is how we protest, people. Take note from Flint.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot to be learned from there, and I guess that's kind of the way we get back into that spiral up to the high vibe again.
Yep.
Because there is a lot of good stuff happening out there. It's not getting reported very much.
No.
As is per usual.
Yeah.
But it does happen. There are a lot of good things happening, a lot of very positive things happening, good feeling stuff happening. So there is our first Rampage of Appreciation item for the day, appreciating the sheriff in Flint, Michigan, who, aligned with the marchers, said, I'm going to march with you all night. I'll march as long as you want to march.
Yeah.
You really did say it that way. It was great.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So good stuff happening there. When we think about all the people who are involved, various people, of course, have various viewpoints. A lot of people are struggling mightily with this. Some people are becoming more activistic. There's a whole lot of different responses going on. I know that as I look at it and as I send out my energy, my positive energy, my good feeling energy, the high vibe energy that I try to send out, I keep thinking to myself, what's the optimum? What's the result that I really want more than anything else? And I come up with a list of things that are, they're like my usual things that are on my list, but universal abundance, universal
Ooh, I like that.
feeling good, joy, love, universally feeling secure in their lives, universal confidence, people feeling confident, people feeling like they're in control of their own lives, and having the experience that comes with being high vibe that reinforces, yeah, you really do have control in your own
Right.
life. These are the kinds of things I like to think about and put out there. And, I can't say that every time I put something like that out there, everybody I'd want to receive it is going to be receptive to it. They're just not going to. Sometimes we're just angry. Sometimes we're just frustrated. Sometimes we're just depressed. Sometimes we're just down. And when we're in those states, it's hard to receive. But some people are going to be able to receive it.
Yep.
And that's what I keep hanging on to, because the more people who receive it, they're the ones who are going to put it to work. And they don't even know that they're getting it.
Yeah, that's the best part. Except for right now where we're telling you. That's
right. Yeah. Yeah, we're putting it out there. People who aren't even going to hear this podcast are doing.
Yeah.
That's reassuring, I think. That feels,
I agree.
That's like, okay, all this can actually get better. So that feels good. What are some of the things that you like to think about when you're trying to put out a high vibe, when you're trying to get to that good feel?
All the things that are going right. In my opinion.
Okay. Can you name one or two?
I've had a series of posts lately that I've been lucky enough to post, and it's called "My Mother-in-Law's Better Than Yours."
Okay.
So yes, I've been getting all sorts.
I don't think my mother-in-law is going to take offense to that because she's passed on. But nevertheless,
I don't really care who gets offended. It's the truth.
Where did that come from? That's great.
Well, it came from all the just how thoughtful my mother-in-law is. Like, she'll see things in the store randomly and just pick them up for me just 'cause. And like, I posted a picture the other day of I don't know if she made it or if she bought it, but she got material for a unicorn face mask. So now I have a unicorn face mask. So that's how it started. I took the picture and I was like, my mother-in-law is better than yours. And then I got this shirt, and she just gets me all the stuff, including the unicorn poop that I ate for Easter. Just
that still cracks me up. Like, oh my God.
I'll send you some unicorn poop. I don't know where she got it, but I'll send you some.
But this is only high vibe unicorn poop going
high vibe, white chocolate with sprinkles. Oh, I might have it as a, what do you call those things? I forget what they're called, but anyway, so like the little gifts that you give at the wedding, that's what I might have.
Oh, favors?
Yes, favors. I might have unicorn poop sitting at all the tables.
Oh, okay. All right. Something to look forward to.
I'm going to talk to my boy because he works in the candy industry. I'm going to see what we can do about this. Oh yes, Alex has all the connects.
Apparently.
Yes.
Apparently. Yeah.
If there's something that needs to be done, I know a person or know the person who knows a person who can do it. Or at least give it to a discount.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it also kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is one of the things that I did after I learned how the law of attraction worked was to look into the positive psychology movement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one of the main teachers in that movement, Sean Aker, shared a study one time that showed that people who are the most socially connected are the ones who succeed the most in life.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you're a very socially connected person.
I am.
And you're also compared to a lot of people, a relatively happy person. Or really, you're in a good spot, in
I
terms
try.
of your emotional state and so forth. You put that combination together, that's a winning combination.
Yep, it
I
is.
think I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Pleased, but not surprised.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah, you should. You should be proud of yourself for that. That's a good thing.
I am. I do good on the daily.
To have, well, first of all, apparently you've got your mother-in-law in a good spot now. I mean, she isn't officially your mother-in-law yet. You haven't actually, taken the vows, and already,
yep,
you're doing good, kid.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing
you got
all
it wrapped around the finger. Or around the unicorn hoof, whichever way you want to say.
Oh yeah. She's awesome though. She's like, I call her Clutch because it's like she always thinks of things that I don't know I need, but apparently I needed them.
No kidding.
Yeah. Like, she got me a boyfriend pillow.
What is that? I have to.
It's basically, I don't know if you ever seen these full body pillows. They're pregnancy pillows. So pregnant women can stay comfortable. Right. So it's basically that, but it's in the shape of like arms. So it's like, it hugs you.
Oh.
So whenever Kenny's out of town doing tattoos, I can't sleep without him, so I don't miss him.
Got it. Okay. So
yeah, she got me that for Christmas. So yeah, listen, I call her, she's very clutch. She comes in and you don't think you need it, but you needed it.
Wow.
She introduced me to the CBD oil, and that's why I've been doing so well lately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. The secret comes out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes. So she's clutch.
You're doing good. I mean, to have your future mother-in-law, already in that position, you're doing good.
I'm trying. I do what I can.
You're beyond trying. You're succeeding. Good stuff. So, okay, those are good examples. Anything else you can point to that says, this is where I'm feeling good?
Just in life in general, I feel like I've got a lot of good things in motion. Like a lot of good things happening. We not realizing, we could solve two problems with one answer. So what happened was, good. Yeah, Kenny decided he wants to move. Right now we're with my mother, and I'm like, but everything works for me right here. Like I have, my doctors are literally across the street. Like, the hospital's down the street. All my services are here. Like, the way that the rent's set up, it just works for us. So I wasn't looking to move. I do understand how he feels, though. He doesn't want to be married and living in his mother-in-law's house.
That's perfectly understandable.
I don't see it that way because we're roommates. We both pay rent here. Like, it's not my house, my mother's house, or whatever. But anyways, so not remembering that the neighbors who live across the hall from us, aren't really welcome here. So my landlord's been looking for a reason to get rid of them. So then something clicked in me one day and I said, why don't we just move next door?
Ooh.
So now everything's still right here and we can open up the house and just have one whole house. So yeah, things are.
Does that actually work for him? Because
that works for him.
It does work for him.
He just wants his own space
okay.
And as long as it works for my medical purposes, yeah.
Well, heck, that's a solution made in heaven. That's fabulous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then that way, nobody has to move. Because my mom thought we were going to get married and kick her out. And I was like,
oh, jeez.
I was like, no, we would have put you in a good home. It's fine. No, I'm kidding. She's not there yet. She's not there. But yeah, no, it's a win-win for everyone. It's a win for the landlord because she loves us already. It's a win for us because all we have to do is move our stuff next door. And it's a win for my mother because then she has us right next door. So, yeah.
So do you know when this is going to happen?
I want to finish paying the wedding off first before we start committing to a higher rent bracket. Okay. And then, but yeah, it's a matter of just telling the landlord what we want. And then she gives the neighbors however much time they need to get their stuff out. Then she can clean up over there and then just move our stuff across the hall.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it was getting frustrating because he was like, I want to move. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. And then we met in the middle.
Well, you also stayed, despite the disagreement, you managed to stay high vibe. Because you got a high vibe solution.
I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it right now. Everything works out for me. It'll figure it out. Just don't frustrate me right now. Just don't.
Frustrate me later.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait till my brain is like, it was one of those 4:00 in the morning thoughts.
Mm,
And I was like, oh my God, this works for everybody.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
really good. Wow. Okay. Well, you got some good stuff going on then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
I'm trying to see, okay, take a little inventory of what's going on with me.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Well, the big news in the Thiessen household is that the gardening business has now finally launched for the year.
Ooh, it is about that time.
I mean, well, it's like 2 months late because of COVID.
Right.
We were supposed to start April 1st. We're starting June 1st. Hey, we're starting. That's something.
Well, at least in your favor, it's been really crappy out, so you haven't had anything to do anyway.
Well, more to the point, we value the people who do our gardening service work.
Yeah.
Our employees, we value them highly, and we could have pressed the issue if we really wanted to. I mean, the employer really does have the upper hand if he wants to. We didn't want to do that because we value them. We value their safety. We value their health. And we weren't going to push them. And they finally reached the point, well, in conjunction with Louise too, because Louise was kind of monitoring what was going on here in Connecticut. And we are on a downtrend. Other states are on an uptrend right now, but we're on a downtrend. So it's looking good overall. So we're following the governor's lead and just very, cautiously taking care of stuff. There are issues that are involved because people don't think about this kind of thing, but when a gardener gets sent to a person's house, they have to be able to do things like, feed themselves and go to the bathroom and stuff like that. And we won't let them use the homeowner's house.
Right.
Even during non-COVID times, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
Especially during COVID, you definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So they have to be able to go someplace nearby. In the past, normally you could do that. I mean, there are restaurants and there are, convenience stores and supermarkets and so forth. But now a lot of them have the restrooms closed down.
Yeah.
So it becomes, and a lot of them aren't even serving food.
Right. Everything's pick up and delivery.
Yeah. So we've had to do a lot of mapping out, and the crew and us, we've been kind of, feeling it out together, finding places. So it's working.
Okay. Good.
I'll tell you, the other thing that was a little bit of a concern for us was, we try to pay our people well, but the unemployment subsidy that was coming from the federal government, it was pretty close to what they were making. So
yeah.
It's kind of tough to say, come back to work and, actually work for what you're collecting.
Yeah. And it's like, but I'm sitting at home and getting the same amount of money. But then there are those people who are like, I'm so sick of sitting at home. Please call me in.
Well, there is that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
not me.
It's a tough situation for sure. But on the other hand, it doesn't last forever. I think that's probably part of what was going into the thinking. And
that's true. Yeah.
And ultimately, we also had customers who were really wondering, calling every week, are you guys going to open anytime soon?
Yeah. My lawn's looking a little rugged.
We've been waiting for you. The gardens keep growing here, All these weeds keep taking over.
Yeah, weeds don't get COVID. So.
No, they don't. No. Some scientists someday may figure out a way to do that, but
then we'll be right back where we started.
We'll think about it this way. It'll be an entirely new meaning for the word hay fever.
Good day, sir.
Oh, come on. That wasn't that bad.
I'm making it a hashtag just for you. Oh, God, I can't.
But the fact is that, we've launched again, and that's a good thing. So
that's good.
That's really the bottom line there. The other thing that happened just before we got on the show is part of this project I've been trying to work on I actually put the gardening app aside, and I was working on our app for here all the way today. And I'm really, really close. I don't know if I told you.
Right.
People can now actually see what the app is going to be like on the homepage of the website. I've got a sort of a mock-up.
Oh.
And it works. You can interact. You can play the programs and so forth.
Okay.
There are a couple of things that aren't quite ready yet, so I can't actually turn it into the app yet.
Yeah.
Not the least of which is you can right now play one and play the other one, and the first one keeps playing.
Oh.
Which is kind of a pain. I really
a little bit.
Yeah. You would think that would be easy, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You just push one and turns the other one off. No, there's nothing easy about it.
No. And that's why not all of us code.
That's right.
If it were that easy, we'd all be doing it.
There's some top front end coder somewhere saying, well, I could do that in 5 minutes. What's your problem?
You're not here. That's the problem.
That's right. Yes. But anyway, I had a little breakthrough where I finally figured out how you can send the message.
Mm-hmm.
I could figure out how to get the players to play, but I couldn't figure out how to programmatically tell the player to stop playing. I finally figured that part out today. So.
Nice.
Oh, one little step. Those
breakthrough.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm counting it as a good feeling thing, because it is.
I agree.
If I didn't count those, I tell you, I would have committed suicide 6 months ago.
Right. You gotta count the little things.
You gotta count them, otherwise forget it. You're done.
Otherwise it just seems like everything's going wrong.
And that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it seemed like. I mean, I've recounted this before, but literally from November through January, nothing worked.
Wow.
It was just one failure after another. You know?
Yeah.
And I can honestly tell you, applying the techniques we talk about here made the difference.
Without failure, you cannot have success.
Yeah.
Because then you won't know what you did wrong.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got to figure out what's wrong and then how to fix it. So you need failures.
I also have to give a little kudos too, because Linda Armstrong and Rita Giganti, who do the Friday show with me, were pushing me a week and a half ago to up my ante. I had said that I could get this app done in a few months. They said, "Oh, come on, get it done in a few days."
Oh, okay.
Okay. I had no idea how
he said reluctantly.
So it's not been a few days. It's been more than a few days, but it looks like it's going to be less than a few months.
But who says what days are few?
Well, that's the beauty of the word few, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that too.
Yeah.
But hey, either way I look at it, it's almost ready. It's almost
all right. That's all that matters.
Once I can iron out these last couple of bits here, fortunately the software that I'm using takes what I've written and just turns it into the app software.
Yeah.
So that part's
awesome.
Well, I'm not sure if I dare say this because they keep saying, well, this next part ought to be easy, and it's never easy.
Well, it's because you keep saying ought to be.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably some doubt going on in the background.
That
happens when you get 3 months in a row of failure. Yeah.
little bit. I see where you're coming from.
Just certain, old programs still playing there.
We all have our old programs.
We do. But let's just say they're spinning down. How about that?
All right. I like that.
Yeah, they're spinning down. So that's good stuff.
Cool.
And I can also point to the fact that this is my favorite time of year, this part of the spring. And as a result, we got gorgeous weather that's been going on.
Oh my God. I know. Do you see my tan?
I know. It looked good.
It's out of control.
It looks really good. I mean, you're glowing there, You're glowing.
I'm trying. Plus, I did my eyebrows.
Yeah. It's beautiful out there. I almost have gotten myself into the state of I'm frustrated because I'm not getting out enough. And
I can't even stay inside. Like, it's that nice out. I've been in my yard for like 3 days and to the beach.
Ooh, you've been going to the beach.
Going to the beach.
Good for you.
Yeah. I'm taking advantage because it's literally 2 minutes down the street.
Yeah, you're close.
Yeah, I'm real close. Like, I can smell the waves from my house.
Sure.
So it's almost rude not to go. And it's right before shark season, so I gotta get in there while I can. Nobody's on the Cape, so it's great right now.
Yeah.
And
no
yeah.
Yeah, so you have a lot of reason. That's true.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
Right. You get that sea smell from your home. Because I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, wow, yeah, you can really
smell the sea. That's why everyone who comes to my house has to take a nap within 30 minutes of coming here because that ocean air hits you and you're just like,
I know.
I'm super relaxed right now.
Yeah.
Can I see your couch? Like,
it actually works for me with either salt water or fresh water. A lake will have the same effect on me, but I know that effect. It's so relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is for you. For me, it's a combination of the smell and the sound. Sound really makes a big difference for me.
I can't hear the sound so much, but I can definitely smell the smell.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you use whatever senses are your strong ones. That's really most important.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah. I don't care whether it's seawater or fresh water. I love the sound. I live for that.
It is
sound.
super relaxing.
It is just so calming. And there's a great thing to look. When I'm in bad space, I have a list of things that I like to do. I should add this one to the list. Imagine
Yep.
remembering what it's like to hear the sound of water lapping
Yeah.
or waves crashing or something like that.
Or even have one of those sound things on your phone and just play ocean
I've
sounds.
tried those. Yeah.
I have
Sometimes.
to. It's not the same.
No,
I feel like
not.
they're forcing the seagulls in there. I'm like, no,
Yeah, it gets
this is
a little
not working for me.
That's too much. I did
Like,
find
I just want to
one.
hear the waves crashing. That's all I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did hear one time where they didn't go nuts with trying to overdub stuff, and it actually was
Okay.
fairly relaxing. But
Yeah.
you're right. Usually they're trying to play little games.
Yeah, and then the whales are in the background. I was like, what is happening here? Like, what ocean are we in? Like,
Busiest damn beach I've ever been on.
that's what I'm saying, right? Like, where are the kids kicking sand in my face? That's all I need.
Definitely. Well, these are the kinds of things that we need to focus on.
Yes,
especially in
definitely.
these kinds of days. So,
Mhm.
yeah. It's almost kind of a sad thing that Dan isn't here because he could tell us all kinds of beach stories. I'm sure he's right on
Oh, yeah.
it, you know?
I'm so jealous of his background.
He doesn't have to actually use the Zoom fake background. He's got the real thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes
Yeah.
it worse. Because
Yeah.
you're using the Zoom background, but it's literally your yard. Like, cut it out right now. Like,
Right. Yep. Well, we are a little bit jealous, but we also admire it because that's a wonderful
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I'm like, Olga, why do you want to move? This is crazy. It's crazy talk.
Yeah. Well, I can understand when you have noise pollution from contractors as often as you've had it. I can
Yeah.
kind of see it. You know.
It's definitely not proving to a point in his on his side right now.
Not
Noise
yet.
pollution.
No.
Yeah.
No. But on the other hand, with the news he gave us last week
Yes.
that Olga is pregnant,
Yes.
so pregnancies can change things.
That's true. That's
You
true.
never know how it's going to change things, but they can change.
Or maybe that's the reason she wants to move.
That's quite possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite possible. And it doesn't change things for the mother, I guess is what I'm saying. It changes things.
Period. Yeah.
It's just a general change of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, my niece is pregnant. She's probably about 4 months pregnant now.
Mm-hmm.
And she and her relatively new husband are expecting their daughter. She's going to be a girl. They're expecting their daughter in September.
Okay.
And she's going through the thing where she's like a lot of millennial moms. She is taking advantage of the social media, and so every day there's a new post.
Oh, yeah. So she's in like 17 mom groups.
Yeah, all the kinds.
Yeah.
Plus 150 selfies, and
Oh.
here's the baby bump and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I hear
And
you,
that's
man.
okay. That's another way of staying in a good place.
Yeah, do you, man.
I mean,
Whatever makes you
seriously,
happy.
Mickey, my niece, is about as socially connected as you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, you take advantage when you have that, right?
You got to.
Of course. That's the point
Yeah.
of having the connections.
Yeah. Plus, it feels good when people respond to you. Like, I'll post stuff, random stuff. I post stupid stuff all the time. Like I think a year ago I was posting secrets of mine for like a week straight or something. So I was like, secret time. I think, yep. Today's from a year ago was secret time. I argue with my Yorkie, but because he talks back. So it was like stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but do you know what he says? That's the real question.
Oh, I sure do. He's got an attitude. Let me tell you.
He does.
He does. He'll fight with me over the fact that I won't tuck him into the blanket, but I'm like, bro, you know how to do it yourself. What do you do when I'm not here? And he's like, no, but you're here. Just do it for me. And I'm like, use your nose. Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. And my mother's just laughing in the background because she can hear us arguing in the bedroom. And Kenny's just shaking his head like, you're really arguing with a 10-year-old dog. Like, yeah. And?
Well, we don't argue with her, but our cat Harmony has a very strong tendency to equate and correlate food with affection, which most animals do. But she takes it
And people.
And people too. Sure. But she takes it to extremes, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So literally, every time either Louise and I get up to go to another part of the house, Harmony immediately darts for the kitchen. And then she stops and turns and looks to see if we're going to follow her.
Yeah. He's like, oh, since you're up, can I have a snack?
That's right.
I'll be in the kitchen. I'll meet you there.
Now, this does not mean that she's hungry necessarily.
No, it's
In fact,
Pavlov's dogs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most
Yeah.
times she's not. You know, you can actually put the food down and she'll dutifully take one bite and she's done, you know.
Yeah. Oh, she just doesn't want to be without a snack in case you don't get up.
Well, I think it's more than that. I literally think it's affection. I think it's,
Okay.
I found
I
this out
thought
with
she was
the other
just planning ahead.
Well, it could be that too. I won't rule that out.
Okay.
But our other cat, Joy, who's actually a male cat,
Yeah.
I've learned with him, because if we want to get, he's the outside cat. He's out 24/7, right?
Yeah.
And during the winter, it's a little bit tougher for him.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to get him in, especially during the winter, because he insists on going out for a little bit of time anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say to him, "Are you hungry? Do you want food?" I'll repeat those phrases: hungry and food, hungry and food. He's gotten used to the meaning of those sounds,
Mm-hmm.
and so I thought what he was understanding was that hungry and food referred to food. Turns out that's not the way he associates it. What I learned over time is that he associates hungry and food with love. So for him, what it means is he comes in the house, jumps up on the table where I am to get pets, and then he'll get some food.
Oh.
But it means pets.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute though.
Isn't that interesting though?
Yeah. Animals are amazing.
They really are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I suspect kind of the same thing goes on with Harmony too, that she also makes the same association, except she does it a little more directly. Just get me food because I need you love me.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to talk to Kenny about that because he's been, every time I'm like upset about something, he'd be like, "Do you want a smoothie?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want a smoothie. You can't buy my love with food.
You can try.
Well, yeah, no one's stopping you from trying, but and sometimes I am mad because I want a smoothie." It's like those girls who don't know where they want to eat, but they want you to figure out where they want to eat.
Oh, yes.
I'm not one of them. I will tell you directly what I want, but it's like that sometimes.
And on behalf of Kenny, I'm sure it's much appreciated.
Yeah, we don't have to go to, "What do you want to eat? Where do you want to go?" Well, nowhere. It's COVID season. Nowhere.
I don't have anything like that to deal with, obviously, because she's a pretty balanced person. But she does have one quirk in that when she doesn't want to have dinner in, especially if she doesn't want to make dinner herself, sometimes usually she makes, sometimes I do. But if she wants to have dinner out and she's not sure what to have, she'll turn to me to ask, "What should we have?" And I know perfectly well that almost anything I come up with is not going to be the right answer.
Yep. That's a fact.
That's a little bit challenging. And we're long past the point where I can say, "Well, I don't know. What would you like?" Because, I mean, that just doesn't work.
That's the whole reason she's asking you in the first place. So it just goes back and forth with no avail.
Well, there is some avail because she has a habit with me, and it's not just with food, it's with a lot of things. If she wants to get the answer to something and she can't remember what it is, she'll turn to me.
Yeah.
Just look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently somehow that clears her brain box and allows the idea back in.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, it's nice once I understood how that worked. At first, I thought she was turning to me to actually say something, you know.
Did you felt put under pressure?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. And then she'd come up with the answer. I'd say, "Well, why did you even look at me? What were you asking me for? You knew the answer."
Oh, man.
So when you apply that to food, it gets a little bit tricky because, I mean, you know, there are only certain limited things you can get, especially now with takeout, because takeout's not the only option right now.
Yeah.
You know, there are only limited options for takeout, and some of them are far enough away that, you know, if you go take it out, it's going to be cold by the time you get back here. You know, so that limits things even more. And, you know, so we'll run through the same routine, usually about once a week. We usually do takeout once a week.
Okay.
And it starts out with a look on her face. I'll say, it's one of those days, isn't it? You want to take out today, right? She says, "Yeah, but I can't decide what I want to have. What do you want to have?"
Yeah.
So here's the trick question, right? Okay. So I handle it differently each time, right?
This is great.
So on any given particular situation, I might say, we always do the Chinese, but you probably don't want the Chinese. No, definitely don't want the Chinese. Okay. And then I start running through all the places that we go to that I know she's going to say no to, but she needs to say no. So, you know, we run through them.
Yeah,
so
she can feel like she's ruling stuff out.
I mean, there's like 4 or 5 pizza places, but there's only one we like, and it's about a 30-minute drive.
Facts.
So the pizza's going to be cold by the time you get back here, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like
And
my pizza cold.
That's the reason. Well, okay, but I mean, that's the reason why, she doesn't want it to get that. And I point out, well, we can always reheat when we get it back here. It's not like it's dead cold. Oh, no, that's not acceptable.
No, that's not what you want. That's not what you might as well go to the grocery store and get it.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, that's nasty.
And that's actually been an option number 2 because she makes exceptional spaghetti sauce, handmade, homemade.
So do I.
You do too. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And if we have a batch of that available, we'll get a pie crust and we'll make up a pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But if you don't have the sauce on hand, then that doesn't work too well.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because the sauce is everything.
So usually at that point, the question is, well, do we have any more of your sauce left?
Mm-hmm.
If the answer is yes, then we have a possibility. If the answer is no, okay, I gotta come up with the next one. And after about 3 or 4 of these, we're pretty much running out.
Yeah.
And so then we get back to Chinese.
Oh.
But we have to go through the whole cycle.
Yeah, you do.
Go through the whole cycle. Well, what she's hoping for is that I'm going to come up with a new idea that we've never come up with before.
Well, that's not happening.
I try. Occasionally I can come up with something. Like, for instance, there's a fish house near us that we've occasionally enjoyed eating at. I said, well, how about, the fish house? How about Saybrook Fish House? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. And she calls them up. Of course, they're closed.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing has happened a few times.
Yeah.
But I'm not really good at being sure to come up with a new one every single time. That's
not every week for the last God knows how many years.
It's not my forte.
running low on places.
I mean, there are restaurants going out of business. We're trying to find the ones that are still in business.
Yeah.
This makes it more challenging.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's rough.
We actually have one near us too. We have a restaurant that's about, I don't know, quarter mile away. It's not far. And that's a full restaurant. And then there's a hamburger type restaurant in the other direction about the same distance.
Mm-hmm.
And we did do that one time. She agreed to have that one as a takeout one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she liked it. I'm not crazy about their food, so I just sort of liked it.
Yeah, sort of liked it.
But the full restaurant, we've never taken. I don't think they actually do takeout. They have outside seating, which we can do. Restaurants.
Oh, that's nice.
Here. Yeah, they have done that, but we haven't gone out for that. And when you only have 4 outside tables, it's kind of limited.
It's kind of hard to social distance with 4 tables.
Well, that's why there's only 4. Because they're.
Now okay.
It's hard to get to the table. There is a line.
Yeah.
Of people, This is a restaurant that normally seats 100.
Oh. 4 tables ain't gonna do it.
Not really, no. Let's just say the parking lot isn't quite as full as it used to be.
Oh. Yeah, it sucks for restaurants right now.
Those are some of the challenges, but
yeah.
Hey, anything that you can do to try to keep it light, that's really the most important thing.
Big facts.
And ultimately, at the end of the day, anytime she's not cooking, she's happier anyway. So.
Well, who isn't? even
if it's just the Chinese again,
Yeah, I mean.
And the Chinese is good, by the way. It's just cheaper.
Oh yeah.
This is a very, very good Chinese food place that we have right near us.
Yeah.
Very, very tasty. But it just there's a limited menu.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Like, we have all the restaurants, right?
You have a bunch of restaurants.
We have the restaurants, man. Yeah.
Well, when you're in Hyannis and you're right near Route 1, you're going to have a lot of restaurants near you.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost, especially in the summer, it's hard to choose from. It's like, and there's still places I haven't eaten from yet. And I've been here 12 years.
Enough of them.
Yeah. And then there's new ones that pop up, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to stick with what I know. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, the one you took us to was delicious. So.
Oh, yeah.
That
I'm
great.
dying for them to open. Like, it's past time. Like,
they haven't done any takeout there?
No, they're not doing takeout. Yeah, I know. I'm missing my lobster mac and cheese, but I did make some from scratch the other day, and it was a hit. Yes.
Ooh.
I made some for Kenny's birthday party, and it was gone in 30 minutes.
Ooh, yeah, that's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Even if the sign just disappeared, it's still a good sign.
But yeah, so now I know I can make it better myself at home. So it's cool that they're not open yet.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is an excellent example of pivoting.
Yeah.
Things aren't working quite the way you want to, you pivot to something else. That's what
Exactly.
the whole saga that I just told about us trying to pick takeout restaurant. It's about pivoting. You pivot,
It's
pivot,
about
pivot,
pivoting.
pivot until you get to
Hmm.
where you want to get to.
Yeah.
And sometimes you end up having the same old General Tso chicken, but sometimes you can find something
I
new.
love General Tso. Oh my God. Can I tell you, we went to BJ's the other day and found a giant jar of General Tso sauce. So now we do everything in General Tso.
Oh, did you really?
Yes. Yes.
Is
And we
it
ended up
good
getting
sauce?
it's a good sauce. I don't
Yeah,
even know the name of the sauce, but it's good. And we just got some random frozen popcorn chicken, put it in the fryer later, called it a day.
that's good. That's good.
Yep.
Now all we need to do is find a good Hunan chicken sauce because Hunan's really good.
Nah, I need to figure out what the crab ragoon situation is going to be because,
Okay.
yeah, that's my downfall right there.
Hmm.
Smoothies and crab ragoon, pretty much. Kenny will be like, "You want one of those?" No, okay. Then I don't know what you need.
Do they fall into the category of comfort foods for you?
Crab ragoon, yes. Smoothies are more of a, hey, you want to drive me somewhere? I'll get you a smoothie on the way. Like,
Ah, okay.
it's more of a bribe for
Bribery.
smoothies.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well,
But it's
nice
really
to
even
know.
not a bribe because he's going there anyway because he wants his coffee. So
Mhm.
it's like, no, you just wanted your coffee and you're letting me have this. That's what it is.
Okay. Is there a
But
difference there? Maybe I'm overlooking it. I don't
the
know.
smoothie tastes the same either way.
It does really.
Tastes the same either way. So sometimes I can get a large, sometimes I can get a medium. That's what the difference is. It depends on how bad I don't want to get up.
Now, interesting that you mentioned smoothies because I'll put that into the dessert category for the purpose of this
Do
conversation.
you? I put it as a breakfast meal.
Well, that's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
you can do that. That's fine. But for the purpose of what I'm about to say, I'm going to put it in the dessert category
Okay.
because
Okay.
one of our favorite things to do pre-COVID was to go out for ice cream.
Ooh.
And we had one particular place that's near the Massachusetts border that is really delicious. But during COVID, the only thing you can get there, you can't get individual servings. You can buy, like half gallons of ice cream.
Yeah.
that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And I think it was about 2 weeks ago, Louise got all excited because that's when the governor started lifting restrictions and so forth. She said, well, why don't we go out to get some ice cream? It was on the weekend. It was a beautiful day and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds good. Why don't you just double check to make sure they're open? We want
Yeah.
it's a bit of a drive up there. And
Mm-hmm.
it turned out, no, the only thing they were doing was the curbside half gallon thing, which really wasn't that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
we like our ice cream with our hot fudge and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, little things like that. But even there, it's about the pivot, right?
Yeah. You can do those
So-
at home.
How about that? What an idea.
You can go get your hot fudge. You can drive all the way to Massachusetts and get your half gallon ice cream if you really want to.
Well, actually, the reason we go there is for their hot fudge.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that,
mean,
man.
the ice cream is good, but the hot
Mhm.
fudge is really.
Yeah, grocery store hot fudge is not what's hot in the streets.
I don't know why that is.
Mm-mm. I don't either.
Maybe just because it hasn't sat in the container, heated up for long enough or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I haven't quite figured that out. But
Yeah.
we're kind of connoisseurs of hot fudge. But
I'm not
on the
a
other
hot
hand,
fudge.
what's that?
I said I'm not a hot fudge person. I'm more of a like the frozen dip that
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
dip the chocolate in. Yeah, I'm that person.
Which is pretty close to hot fudge anyway.
It is, but it's evenly distributed. So,
Right.
and it's not dripping, so I like everything.
And it
concealed.
crunches.
It does crunch, yes. Let me tell you, get some black raspberry ice cream, some chocolate dip.
You and Louise. She loves black raspberry. She hasn't had it a lot lately, but she
Only
loves
cool
it.
people like black raspberry. I'm just saying.
Ah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, then you'll appreciate this. 1, 2, 3 cars ago, she had a black raspberry Toyota Camry.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
kidding. It was
Okay.
the color of black raspberry ice cream.
Oh, I'm so hungry for ice cream right now. I just went to the grocery store today. Dang it. Now I need some black raspberry. I'm going to have to text Kenny. So anyway. No, I don't want to disturb him. We're actually having a little miniature party here right now because his daughter came to visit us for the week. So we're having a early Father's Day
Oh,
little mini cookout with the family.
that's great. Wonderful.
My idea because I'm awesome like that.
Ah, that's great. Well, plus
Yeah.
also family visits are good.
Yes, yes.
That makes life better. Well,
Mhm.
depending on the family, of course. But
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we're kind of watching to see what's going to happen as everything starts to open up. How much is the divorce rate going to go up?
Oh, I know, right? As soon as the
People who
courts
are
open up, it's going to be.
forced to stay in the same house for like weeks at a time, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the first question would be, can they do that without committing murder? And the second question will be, what happens when they come out? Like, how quickly do they rush to the nearest lawyer's office?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Screw going after the house. Just get me out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
I mean, we make fun out of that, but yeah, it's actually
the courts are going to be busy when they open up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a reality of what's happening. I mean, and probably it's pushing people who really shouldn't be together to take the step to where they need to.
Yeah. Step back, take a note, take a beat and see where you are in your relationship. Yeah. And maybe this wasn't the situation for you. And
probably not the right one. No,
this was a test.
Now it is important when you leave a relationship like that to do whatever you have to do to change your vibration so you don't get into another one just like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because that's the pattern, right?
Yes, definitely.
In fact, we should probably write that into The Grass is Greener.
Yeah, but she's got to get therapy and get well first. Like,
well, actually, she has to get edited in episode 3, and unfortunately, that's been backburnered for a while.
That's okay. I haven't started on episode 4 either.
Oh, so. Good. Then I'm not the only one.
I've been so busy. I'm like, I have to write today, and then things will pop up, or I'll get sick, and I'm just like, all right, today's not the day.
And I've been working on an LOA Today app, so we both have our excuses.
Yeah. I'm just like, well, Walt hasn't edited yet, so I got time. I'm fine.
I'm anticipating there's going to be that text message from my sister. So, how's it coming? You know?
Yeah. It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, it'll get done.
Yeah.
I think I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dealing with so much stuff over the last 7 or 8 months that hadn't worked out, and I'm so close to getting this app done. I want the completion. I want the feeling of completion.
Mm-hmm.
And once I've got that feeling of completion, well, first of all,
everything else can come.
Stone, but yeah, then right.
Yeah.
And then it's easier to do the completion of The Grass is Greener, and then it gets easier to do the completion of the gardening app, and it's just kind of dominoes after that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I need that sense of completion. The milestones are good.
Yeah.
Celebrating the little victories are good, but God, sometimes you need to complete the damn thing.
Yeah. Sometimes there's got to be an end.
There has to be, yeah. Ready for the new beginning that comes after.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And plus, I have this strong feeling. I mean, our numbers are good. Listening audience-wise, our numbers are good. We had a big spike over the weekend. But overall, numbers are very strong. And yet, I have this feeling once we get the app together and we can start telling people you can just download and listen.
That's going to be so cool.
I think the numbers are going to go up substantially after that.
Well, definitely, because everybody loves apps. That's all smartphones do now.
And they're easier that way.
They are.
If you know, all you have to do is go look at the LOA Today app, press the button, play, and you're done.
Yep, exactly.
No subscribe.
Way easier than subscribe and type and look for us here.
I mean, what are we going to do if we won't have the subscribe promo to do anymore?
This is my sad face. You can only see it on
Well,
YouTube.
Actually, what we'll do is we'll turn it into a download the app promo. Because people can still go to the website and play without having the app installed.
But they can't see our smiling faces.
Well, that's the other reason we have to do it, so that people can subscribe on YouTube.
All right. I'll start coming up with some stuff.
Okay. You feeling better now?
I am feeling better. Okay. I just like to be included.
There was a great 30-second lesson on how to deal with going into a downhill, back into an uphill spiral again.
Yeah, just create your own little tornado. Everything swoops up.
The other thing, this is the other reason why I'm really looking forward to having the app done.
Mm-hmm.
The first version of the app won't have this, so I don't want to promise people something that they're going to expect right away. Mm-hmm. But probably the second version of the app, update number 1 to the app, is going to include the new version of the live stream, so that people can in other words, right now our live streamers, they can go to YouTube. In the past, they could have gone to Facebook, and we might even do a double feed at some point. But I'm going to encourage everybody to use the app for the live stream. So in other words, you'll be able to interact directly with the app to, send your messages, chat back and forth, send messages to us that we can interact with on the show and so forth.
Whether you're watching or listening, you can do both.
Exactly. Either way.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So One-stop shop.
All right. One-stop shopping. All right.
So we should probably make sure we don't skip our little segue because we did set up a nice little segue there.
We did set it up.
So until the app is available, we will give you a word when the app is available. But until then, we want people who are not yet subscribed to subscribe. And it is pretty easy. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. It is pretty easy. But for some people who don't really have a clear idea how to do it, that's why we made it easier. We sent you to the homepage of the website, loatoday.net. Instructions are at the top of the page for your particular device. While you're there, you can actually see the prototype of the app we're creating. You can actually interact with it, play the programs. And also you can check us out on YouTube. That's where Alex is she's like bursting waiting to do this part. So,
I am.
Alex, how do they find us on YouTube?
Well, you go to YouTube, search LOA Today podcast videos, and once you see our smiling faces, click down below to the red subscribe button. And next to the red subscribe button, there is a little silver bell. And when you see the little silver bell, make sure you click all so you will always be notified when we are live.
So well done. You have that down to a science. That's right.
I do.
And the other benefit, of course, to being a subscriber is you'll find out when the app is ready.
Very true. You'll definitely be the first to know.
Be the first, yeah. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Okay. Last 7 minutes or so, 8 minutes or so. We've been doing some good rampaging. I don't know about you. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
good. Yep.
Yeah. I hope our listeners are. I think they probably are. Interestingly enough, we've had people on the live stream, but nobody's been contributing anything. So I can't really share.
Well, they're probably just enjoying our lovely stories.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But we got to cap it off now. We got to find a way to we've reached a high. Now let's see if we can reach super high. So how do we reach super high? When you're feeling good, what's better than feeling good?
Feeling great. Feeling amazing.
So let's see. What can we point to that makes us feel great? Well, one thing is life is getting better despite all the craziness we've been happening. Right now we're in kind of a low. Everything from now on is going to be up. It's going to be an improvement. I mean, there's not a whole lot more that can go bad. The economy has crashed. The COVID has taken over, and now we got all the George Floyd stuff, and what's left? There's not a whole lot left.
Murder hornets. That's what's next.
Yeah. So, it's going to be improving from now on. So that means not just our energy, everybody's vibration is going to go up, whether they want to or not.
Yep. Facts. There's nowhere left to go down.
There's nowhere to go but up. When you hit the basement, it's like there's nothing below the basement.
Well, there's the bunker, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, that gets us into politics. We'll stay away from that. Oh my goodness. Hey, it is good for a laugh sometimes if you can just.
Very true. Everything's good for a laugh.
Everything's good to it. Yeah, if you can really, you just have to screen the other stuff out. Just kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
What else is high vibe? What else can we point to that feels great?
I like to sit back and think how amazing the universe is in general.
No kidding.
Yeah, Kenny and I were talking the other day about all the things we went through in our separate lives to get to where we are together right now.
Yeah.
And I think about that with every person in my life, like how we met.
Right.
Crazy. Just little things that were put into place.
Yep.
For things to turn out as well as they do.
Oh, it's insane. Especially with my co-hosts. You are one of them. With my co-hosts, almost every single time I ended up reaching out serendipitously. I just had an impulse, and it was the perfect timing because that's exactly what the person was looking for.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, that's astonishing how often that has happened.
Exactly, yeah.
In fact, are there any of my co-hosts where that hasn't happened? Dan, maybe. I don't know what Dan's situation was. I know that
he's got 35 podcasts already. So
yeah. So it's probably not that for him. He was very enthusiastic about jumping on board because he had done.
I think he was more for us than we were for him because I feel like he's helping us with with the social media and branching out and all that stuff. I feel like he's helped us a lot with that. So yeah, it may have been the universe working on our side more than his side, but also he got to meet awesome people. So
absolutely, yeah. But I think with everybody else, it was either I reached out at the serendipitous time, or actually in Louis' case, Louis reached out to us. Louis asked to come onto the show one time.
Oh, did he?
This
Is that
is
how we
back
got
when-
started?
Yeah, this is back when Joel was still doing the show with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I invited him on to one of the Joel shows, which was a Thursday show.
Mm-hmm.
And it clicked, and Louis did really well. And the first thing that Joel said to me after Louis disconnected, after the show was done, he said, "You got to get that guy on regularly." And I said, "I'm already way ahead of you."
Way ahead of you. I'm emailing him as we speak.
And when he had contacted me, he had said, literally, "I want to be on the show regularly."
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of skipped the part where I asked him.
Sometimes you got to do that.
You know, he got assertive. What can I say?
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked out great.
Mm-hmm.
With my sister-in-law, with Iona. Iona hadn't actually been thinking about being on the show, but she is in the process of writing a book and doing some other stuff.
Right.
And the book is on a topic that Joel likes a lot, on the topic of struggle and succeed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I suggested to her, well, first of all, talk to Joel, and I put the two of them in touch. They had a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I said, why don't you come on to the show and, tell us about some of the scientific stuff, because we can always tie that in down the way and so forth. She liked that because that gave her an audience to try out some of the concepts she's working on for the book. So again, a perfect dovetail.
Yep.
It's great how that stuff works out.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. The universe is a wonderful place.
Yeah. I like it here.
And that's news for me, by the way.
Oh, is it?
That's a new feeling for me. You asked me 10 years ago, I would have told you this place stunk. Seriously, I would have told you I didn't understand what the purpose of this place was.
I totally hear you. 10 years ago, I was trying to get off this universe. Right. So, I hear you, man.
It's a testament to what happens when you work on yourself and you work on changing your attitude around. But
your attitude determines your latitude.
I think it probably would have helped if they had handed me a manual when I'd gotten here. But they didn't.
You mean like the manual for the dead in Beetlejuice?
Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, just have a general, I mean, like, here's how Earth works. That's the manual I have in mind.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody knows, so no one has the manual.
Well, that's the problem. So here I am born, and I look up at my mom and I say, "So where's the manual?" And she looks at me and says, "Oh, you're so cute."
No, she looked at you and said, "You are the manual. You just don't know it yet. You have all the information right now, but as soon as your soft spot closes, it's over."
That's right.
Oh man. I feel like the soft spot is like your chakras, like you know what I mean? Like everything's opened up there, and then when it closes, it's like, oh, I got cut off. Now I got to relearn everything.
I still don't have a complete answer on that question. Why is it that we come into this life and then block ourselves off from all the information?
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't totally got an answer on that one, but I'm getting closer to one.
Pain and trauma.
Yeah, I never liked those answers. It's like, why would I want to subject myself to that? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, then that goes into a whole nother subject about soul contracts, and we don't have time for that right now, so.
Not with 2 minutes left, no.
No.
We're going to do the whole show on soul contracts. We got to do the whole show.
Yeah, exactly.
This is true.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Which is true. Well, but we also want to find the more happy way to tie it up. So we'll just go back to the idea that the universe is a wonderful place.
It is.
The more that we can focus on that and learn to appreciate. I mean, gratitude. How many coaches talk about how gratitude is the best thing you can do, right? You know? So appreciating the fact that we have this wonderful universe that we're actually learning how to use despite not having a manual.
Yeah. I mean, we're navigating quite well, I think.
I have to say. Yeah. So that's all good stuff. That's really good stuff. And that's a great way to close the show. It feels good.
Yeah.
So while we missed having Daniel today, this is fun.
Yeah.
Shared some good food stories,
Lobster mac and cheese. I'm going to go make some deviled eggs right now, actually.
You are? Okay.
I just thought about it. Yeah, I am. It's happening.
We got the taste buds going. Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how I got from black rose ice cream to deviled eggs, but that's happening.
I wouldn't combine them if I were you.
Oh, no. No. I'm very delicate with my ice cream due to the lactose issue. So I have to pick and choose my battles.
I have a bit of a lactose issue too.
Mm-hmm.
You tried the dairy relief stuff?
I have not. I just avoid it altogether. Except for cheese. I can have plenty of cheese. I don't know what that is.
I mean, the lactate is the more expensive one, but you can get the generic ones. I get the generic one at Walmart. And
Okay.
you take it each time that you're going to eat something. It cuts down on the gas. It cuts down on the stuff that makes it unpleasant to do dairy.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. So check it out. It really does work. How about that?
Oh, look at that.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate all of your contributions, especially today when it was just full of joy. So appreciate that so much. Thank you, live streamers who were listening in, who didn't actually say anything. Thank you to the podcast listeners as well. We'll see you all next time here on LOA Today. Goodbye, everybody.